Hey guys, how's it going? So yesterday we got the final build of the exchange from Spotware, and I just want to show you, I just want to walk you through it, and we'll really just show you a couple of the, well, a few of the problems with it, and well, we'll take it from there. Right, so here we are on the main page. We've got the Bitcoin USD market that we're going to launch with. You got the graph here on the left, the ladder on the right. Okay, so the first thing you're going to notice is we don't have a volume figure on this market. We've got up here, we've got the last traded price, we've got your position. I'll address the position thing later. We've got the last traded volume. We don't have a 24-hour volume figure. So, you know, I'm like, obviously we need a 24-hour volume figure. It's a very important figure on a futures market for, you know, assessing the sentiment. It's also a very important figure for CoinMarketCap. You know, every exchange on there gets ranked by its volume. We don't have a volume figure. We can't get a volume figure. I'm like, fuck you talking about? We don't have a volume figure. We need a volume figure because we just need a volume figure. We don't have one. We can't get one. All right. So, I mean, that's not a deal killer in itself. You know, they can get it for us. It's going to be another 2 months after launch that we get that. You know, okay, it's not ideal by any means, but that's not a deal killer. Next thing is, so this is the Bitcoin USD futures market that I'm looking at right here. So you can see, you know, here's the bids, here's the offer. So this is the futures price of Bitcoin USD. So where's the spot price on this interface? Now, the original specs, the spot price was supposed to be up here on the ladder, the top of the ladder, because, you know, you need to see the spot price of the, you know, you need to see the price of the underlying instrument that you're trading futures on. Spotware come back, we can't put that number in this box here. It's not possible. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's not possible. It's a number in a box. Just put it in there because it's a critical element of the interface. You know, it's not an optional feature. You know, it's not a new feature. It's you know, we need the spot price. Can't do it. So as a workaround, we can't put it there. We go over to the menu over here on the left. You can have this menu open, and under here, you can see the Bitcoin USD price. Here, we've got a bid and an ask. I mean, this is the spot price, so that it's not tradable, and it doesn't have a bid and an ask. So I'm like, well, can we just have the, you know, the 24-hour change and just the price? No, we can't do that. It has to be the bid and ask because we can't change that. So it's a spot price with a bid and ask, and the bid and ask is the same. So, you know, it's just a bit screwy, but all right then, you know, it's not a deal killer. We have to launch something. It's not ideal. This interface is getting a little screwy now, but all right, whatever. You can trade the futures over here, but the spot price is right on the other side of the screen that you have to look at. But all right, it's doable. It's not really very practical, but it is doable. And you know, if you want to right click on this and have a new chart here, and then I can close this, then we can have the chart here of the spot price. So you can see the spot price of Bitcoin USD here next to the ladder and the futures price here. So again, not the end of the world. It's a little confusing for the user to have to know that he has to go through those steps to get this spot price next to the ladder. But you know, it's something we could launch with, and you know, we can fix later, which is going to take another 2 months to get that spot price at the top of the ladder. This graph here now at the bottom here is showing the spot price of Bitcoin USD. This is a non-tradable asset. So there's these bid and ask buttons, when you mouse over them, you've got this quantity button here. So I'm just like, well, can we just remove those, you know, remove those buttons, because it doesn't make sense for buy and sell and quantity buttons to be on a non-tradable asset. It's confusing. No, we can't move those buttons. That's impossible. All right, again, you know, not a deal killer. It's just getting a little screwier, but it's not a deal killer. We can still launch on time. All right, so then we get to over here on the ladder. So to place a trade, here I've got one lot selected. Well, here I've got an account as if I was one of the first 5,000 people, you know, that are getting the 1,000 free Digitex tokens. So my account at the top there, you can see I've got 997 Digitex tokens. So I've got one lot selected. So if I want to place a bid, I click in the box next to the price, to the left of the price I want to buy at. So there you can see that trade's gone in, no problem. And if I want to place an offer, here you can see I click to the right of the price there, the one lot goes in there, no problem. All right then, so let me place a bid here. Let's place a bid here so that I actually get filled. So here I've got one, there we go. So that got filled. I've now got, here you can see my position is one. I've bought one contract on the ladder. I bought that at, what was it? It was 54.55. All right, so I'm long one contract. All right, I think this is gonna go up a bit. Let me sell this at 54.58. So I click here and I get this pop-up here, insufficient funds. You don't have enough funds to place this order. Well, obviously that's a bug, right? Let me just try it at a different price. Let me just put it in at 54.56. You know, I've bought it, I want to sell it. I click, insufficient funds. Now, we spotted this a few weeks ago. You know, I wasn't worried. Obviously, it's a bug because, you know, I've just bought one contract. I need to sell it. That's what you do on an exchange. You know, I need to be able to sell what I just bought. Because what this is doing is, let me just show you at the bottom here. You can see the margin here. Required margin is 545 Digitex tokens because this is at 10x leverage. Up at the top here, you can see it's at 10x leverage. Incidentally, the trader can't change his leverage either. That's out too. That's not possible. But again, not a deal killer. But right. But so we're on anyway. We're on 1 to 10. We're on 10x leverage. So you need, you know, to buy one contract at 54.55, you need 545 Digitex tokens. Okay. So with 1,000 as your balance, that means you've only got 451 tokens left, but they're saying that to be able to sell this one contract that you've bought, you need the same amount of margin again to be able to sell it. So to get out of the position that I've just got into, to basically reduce my position to nothing, to reduce my risk, I need more margin. So the user experience now is that anybody with 1,000 Digitex tokens, here I've bought one contract here, I'm trying to sell it, I can't sell it. I'm stuck in this position now. I've bought one contract, I cannot get out of it. I cannot sell it on the ladder. I mean, obviously this is a bug, you know, this was spotted weeks ago. I actually brought this up in a face-to-face meeting in Cyprus with them, and they said they would look into it. This week, we discovered that, no, this is expected behavior. You can't have the trader be able to place another limit order like that without more margin. You know, I don't know what to say to that. You apparently can sell this position at market. So if you look here, if I try and sell it at market on the ladder, oh no, I can't sell it on the ladder. I can't even sell it at market on the ladder. But I think if I press this cross button here, I think that closes the position. Right, so if I press that cross button, I can sell that position, that one lot, at market. So the only price that I can get is this 54.57 right now. If I wanted to sell it at 54.58 or, you know, 3 ticks higher or 6 ticks higher, I can't do it. And this apparently isn't a bug. This is expected behavior. So at this point, what the fuck can I do with this? What the fuck can I do with this? I mean, just before I'll just go on to another couple of things. We also discovered these market makers that are trading away here. They're just trading with themselves. We've made them very active. They're on the same account. They're just buying and selling, buying and selling. Obviously, they're on the same account. So when one bot makes money, the other bot loses money. It's on the same account, so they should be just breaking even. Whatever they do, as long as nobody else is trading on here, and this is how we've been testing it with the bots just trading on their own, that account should be always zero because they can't win, they can't lose. They're just trading with themselves. The bots are losing about $20,000 worth of tokens per day from that account. This is something else we spotted a few weeks ago. Obviously, this is a bug, so not too worried. They're gonna, they'll figure it out and they'll fix it. This week we discover, they tell us, no, that's not a bug. This is actually, this is the way we've built it. It's a rounding issue. What happens is when an order, hits multiple prices, like when the market moves, for instance, instead of those orders all going in, this many contracts at this price, this many contracts at this price, they do the full amount of the order, but give you an average price of what the prices were, and then they round it up or down to the nearest tick size. So what's happening is they've built this edge into the exchange. They're saying, oh, don't worry, it's on the right side of the exchange. The exchange is always just making money. So, and what are you talking about? They've built this, it's basically a commission system. They've built this system so that the more the trader trades, the more he loses in these rounding issues. So he's always just losing money to the exchange. Effectively, he's paying commissions on his trades. Obviously this is a bug. What part of zero fee exchange didn't you quite get? If you could just fix it, that would be great. No, we can't fix it. This is expected behavior. We could have a look at fixing it maybe, but it's a huge job, highly complex. It's going to take a long time, at least 2 months after launch. So, I've been delivered a product this week that, it doesn't have a volume figure, all right, not the end of the world. It doesn't have the spot price of the market that I'm trading on. I can't sell the contract that I've just bought, and I'm getting charged commissions. Fuck do I do with this? What the fuck do I do with this? I feel I've been fucking blindsided here where, a week away from the launch, and we've been delivered this piece of fucking garbage that doesn't even work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So, we can't launch this. It's as simple as that. We can't. If we launch this, it's over. The user feedback from this, would just be awful. You come in with your 1,000 Digitex tokens, you buy a one lot, and that's it. You can't get out. If you could get out, which you can't. Oh, you can if you press that little cross button, if you can just get out at market. So you can't use the ladder. The ladder is not fit for purpose. If you're just happy to just, get out at market and keep trading away, you can do, but you're effectively being charged commissions anyway. So I don't know what to say at this stage. So, I don't know what to say. So we can't launch this. Spotware have just completely dropped the ball. what next? I mean, it's April 30th. You know, the launch isn't being delayed with this exchange. You know, we can't launch this. So what next? Well, you know, we developed that code base that we had in Dublin. We spent a year developing that exchange. You saw that in Malta. We demoed that November 1st and 2nd in Malta. You see we've got a functional exchange already. You know, the time that was taking, it took us a year, almost a year to get to that stage. The time that we still had left to get it from there to, you know, actual production ready. You know, as you'll remember, you know, we were supposed to do that January 15th beta launch, which we missed. You know, just the time to market just wasn't right with that. I just wasn't happy with how long it was going to take us to get that ready and get launched. And we made a business decision that we should outsource our exchange tech. We looked around, we found this company Spotware, you know, the makers of C-Trader. They've been around 10 years, very respected in the industry. And we went with them, and the market approved. You know, our token price went up. The token price went almost to, you know, its high from October. And everybody was happy with that decision. I was happy with that decision. You know, it allowed us at Digitex to focus on actually getting the people on the market, you know, building that wait list, producing great content, you know, because what use is an exchange without people on it? So outsourcing the exchange tech, you know, we believed to be a good decision, and that was a great thing. It pretty much guaranteed we were going to get to launch something April 30th. And like I say, the market approved. But we've just been given this, and you know, it's not fit for purpose. It doesn't even work. It just doesn't work. So the situation is that we're not, you know, this has just got to go. This is so, but we're not going back to a blank page. We have that code base that we built in Dublin. Like I say, we weren't happy with the time frame, so we went with this business decision to outsource the exchange tech. Obviously, that's not working, so we have to go back to that code base. So how does that code base look right now? I mean, the last few days I've just been hustling. We just got to build up a team around that again, basically. So I just got back from Serbia now. I've already secured premises in Serbia. I've got 8-person office there, fully equipped, computers, internet, everything's set up. I've got a lead developer already and a front-end guy. I've got the old lead dev and front-end guy from the Dublin team already getting those guys up to speed. The code base in Dublin, when we shut that down, you know, it was beautiful code that we'd written, and it was fully documented. You know, even the documentation had documentation. That's what drove me mad. It was just such a long-winded process. There were highly skilled developers that made a great exchange. The matching engines built C++, very fast, very robust. We were just missing really the back office bit and, you know, the expertise to host it securely. But it's a great code base, and we've got the lead developer and the front-end guy from Dublin now getting the new lead developer and front-end guy that I've got in Serbia up to speed, and that's happening right now. That application is being spun up. We've got a back office solution that we've managed to buy as a module, you know. That's the kind of thing, the back office bit is the kind of thing that you don't have to, you know, that is reinventing the wheel. You can buy that kind of thing. So we're plugging that in. So we've got the front end, we've got the matching engine, and we've got the back office that we're buying ready-made that we're plugging in. I just got to build the team around that fast, and we can have a functional exchange that actually works, that does what it's supposed to do in a reasonable amount of time, I think. I'm not even going to say it. Well, I'm going to say I reckon it's 3 months, but I'm just putting that out there right now. We're not, you know, this disastrous fucking this isn't isn't the end of the world. You know, we're not going back to square one. We're going back to a solid code base that we had, building up a team around it. I'm going back to Serbia on Monday to start the interviews of the other 6 developers that we're going to need, and we're just going to get this over the line. Basically, those interviews are going to, the way those interviews in Serbia are going to go, they're going to go along the lines of, you know, the Digitex development office from this point on is, yeah, I've just been blindsided by this. The interviews are just going along the lines of, you know, for the next 3 months, anybody that wants to be a developer at Digitex now, for the next 3 months, I'm just going to demand everything they've got, everything. I want all their time, all their energy, all their attention. For the next 3 months, their ass is mine. I'm going to be in that fucking office 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. And I'm going to be an unreasonable, unwielding motherfucker of a boss to work for. I'm going to demand. It's going to work exactly how I want it, and I am not giving up 1 fucking inch this time. This time around, I am taking full control of this fucking development, and those developers are going to give me everything I want, everything. If one of those fucking developers says to me, you can't remove this button, or you can't change your margin, or you can't sell the fucking contract that you just bought, or, I mean, he better be wearing a fucking helmet when he tells me that, because that is just, this shit is unacceptable. It's just going to be you know, I'm going to tell those new developers again, interview next week, this environment is going to be a stressful, high pressure, results oriented environment for the next 3 months. Not forever, it's not sustainable forever, but it's sustainable for 3 fucking months. And it's sustainable as long as this fucking rage inside of me is the way it is. And that's going to be the way it is until we launch something. Until we launch a product that is actually good, I'm just going to be unrelenting. And those developers, if they can't handle stress and high pressure, I'm going to say just don't start, because if you can't, you're not going to survive 3 months in a room with me. But if you can, I'll make you fucking rich, and I'll give you the best paying job you've ever had in your life. This is not what they've delivered here is not the fucking. This is not the Digitex Futures exchange. This is not the BitMEX killer. The only way this has got to be in the BitMEX killer is Arthur looked at this and he fucking dies laughing. You know, it's a joke. I know exactly what I want. I know exactly what the Digitex Futures exchange has to be. And I'm going to get that. I'm going to get exactly what I want. And I'm going to work those developers, and for 3 months, we ain't going to be sitting around on beanbags wearing fucking hoodies talking about how awesome we are. For the next 3 months, that's a military fucking operation. If I want you in Sunday morning till midnight, you will come in, and we will get shit done, and we will get this over the line. Because, we've missed another deadline. We've missed another fucking launch date. We've missed it again. Once again, I've let the team down. You know, the token holder's down, which means, you know, I'm fighting for fucking survival here. And anyone that stands in my fucking way this time, through inaction, incompetence, whatever, you know, will just get removed. I will get exactly what I want. This fucking exchange is gonna launch exactly the way I want it. And it's gonna get driven forwards just through sheer fucking strength of will. Because this shit is unacceptable. You know, token price is going to get fucked up. You know, we've missed another launch, you know, missed another deadline. But we are not a sell right now. You know, we are just not a sell right now. If you know, until we got a product, that token just represents, you know, let's be honest, that token represents me at the moment. You know, when I get shit right, the token goes up. When I fuck up, it goes down. And I've fucked up again. And if you think I'm a sell right now, then you go ahead, sell your tokens. But you're wrong. I am so fucking furious. And I'm going to channel that rage. I'm not going to spin off the rails. I'm not going to get all depressed. I'm not going to go around blaming people. I'm not furious at these people. They're just fucking useless. I'm furious at myself. And I'm going to channel that fucking rage. And I'm going to get this over the line. Anyway, like I say, I'm going back to Serbia on Monday. I'm going to build that team. We're already running full steam ahead, you know. I'm going to get that team built. And, you know, in a week or two, I'll have some proper timelines. And the next launch date that I give you, you can fucking bet your life on that one. We're going to launch something that isn't just good, it's going to be fucking great. It's going to be exactly what I want. And that token price is going to go higher than it's ever been before. This is just another bump in the road, and I realize it's, you know, another bump in the road. But it's just another bump in the road. And we are going to get through it, because I insist on it. There is no other option. This is the making of Digitex, really. This episode, this second episode, has just shown me, you know, I need to be a lot more involved in the development. I wasn't full-time in Dublin. Then we outsourced to these clowns. This third time around, I mean, I am all over this. This gets launched. And that token price is going to go to where it should be. I'll be in touch soon. All right, cheers, guys.